Burgundy is winning their war against Provence, even though they're also up against France. I don't know who else Provence is at war with. Burgundy, Nevers, Brabant, Flanders, and Holland. Okay, so basically just Burgundy and all of its little vassals. I don't know if I should expect France or expect Provence to come back from this. Of course, again, they are against France, and so yeah, Castile has ended their civil war, and they no longer have a female heir, so they do have a different dynasty, though. Of course, if King John here dies, Estrella de Trastamara takes over, and I think they still get the Iberian wedding. But if Castile's king dies right now, we have a member of our dynasty on their throne. We all know how that was looking like it was going to work with Portugal, but nothing happened. New land claimed, base tax or production tax or manpower in Carmarthen. Speaking of which, I have a lot of points that I could use to develop London, for example. I'm actually going to put a little bit of military power into Carmarthen before I decide to click this event. And also 2 into tax, and then more tax. But still, London. Progress towards the Renaissance. 0.26 per month. So go to military point, 2 military clicks and 3 admin for now. It's gonna be a while still before we embrace the Renaissance, I think. Flanders has embraced the Renaissance. Calais might be the first province we have that embraces it. It is going up by 1.02 per month. Then it should spread to Kent as well as everything else on this sea tile. I think. Tempted to make another generous donation to the clergy. How are Portugal and Spain's... Okay, Portugal has taken exploration, but no ideas in it yet, and Spain is not even started. Deteriorating relations with the clergy. Relations between the state and the clergy has now sunk low enough that it is entirely characterized by distrust and even open defiance. The holy places of our nation are centers of resistance to the king, and most of the faithful in our lands are doubting the legitimacy of our rule. With things as they are, it comes as no surprise that all it took for the situation to ignite was one small misstep by our king during a religious ceremony last week. The peasants are now rising all over our country, with the clergy inciting them and directing their anger towards us. Lose stability, and a bunch of peasant regiments rise up. Great. What I always wanted, more rebels. I mean, the good news is that they are on forts, or 3 of them are on forts. One of them is not. I am going to switch my edict in London to manpower. Might not help a lot. In fact, I think that was pretty worthless. Pretty close to having overseas exploration. And also pretty close to switching to a Diplo focus. That is grasslands. Alright, we didn't take too many losses in there. Probably can't get a military access from Burgundy anymore. Oh, well, we can. Okay. Out of curiosity, how close are we to the 27% reform desire? So not much. Ask for military access from Burgundy. Then go and deal with those rebels. Wait until November to take, or to change our focus. Let's take overseas expansion now. And I think that means we should be able to explore some more. We can indeed. Let's see what my current possible colonies are. So Tenerife and Sagwia El Amra. I mean, Tenerife, right? If I see anything more promising, I will change that. But for now, we'll send there. And I would imagine wait, why the Baltic Sea? Apparently there's part of the Baltic Sea we can't see. For whatever reason. Noble families feud. Side with one family. More rebels in Dorset. Or no, it was Devon last time. Let them fight it out or try to settle the issue. Or was it? Gwynedd? I'll take the autonomy. I don't care. Continue to shift to consolidate. I mean, these rebels are not being very difficult. What did I expect from peasants, though? And I hope for more disease outbreaks. So I think West African Sea is probably the best way to go from here. Alright, those rebels weren't as annoying as I thought they would be. And we only lost about, what was it, like 4,000 manpower from doing that? A few more months and we can switch up our focus. I am kind of interested in what will happen once the Protestant Reformation happens with England. I've never seen the events firsthand for Anglicanism forming. And 1 year after, approximately 1 year after that, I think we can go to war with Sligo again. Less than a year, actually. 5 months. London is at 61% embracing the Renaissance. Calais is at 70. See the West African coast. Okay, we do have Tenerife being colonized. No debate in Parliament. Let's see what we can get. Extra merchants, extra diplomats, clergy loyalty. Extra trade efficiency and global trade power. Trade power abroad or and merchant. Granting concessions to the clergy. It doesn't seem to increase their influence if I do that. There are a ton of like provinces that I don't know why the clergy starts out with. They're such high development. I don't know. Let's go with trade efficiency and trade power. We'll take a legitimacy hit. 9 military points is not really too harmful. Burghers don't have much influence to begin with. 93%. Do we have to get all the way up to 100% chance? November 20th, 1469. Current army tradition. 51. That's not what I wanted. Nine admin points. Sure. Trade efficiency and trade power. How much money are we making from trade right now? 18.04 up to 19.91. We can almost take a papal bonus. Possibly considering mercantilism. I'm not going to take that yet. It'll be the difference here is 19% this year or 15% next year. So I'll wait until the next year to take admin tech. And I completely forgot to switch over to Diplo focus. I was hoping we would get the parliamentary issue that gives us an extra colonist, even though I don't know if that would be useful. Oh, something else. The trade companies in Africa in the extended timeline, for some odd reason, they've replaced them all with colonial regions. So colonial nations will form instead of being able to put trade companies in Africa. Not sure why they did that, but I think it's mostly to simulate neocolonialism later on in the game, where a bunch of world powers have a bunch of former colonies in Africa but start relinquishing control, but still have kind of control over them. At least I think that's the concept of neocolonialism. I might be wrong. I'm not a historian or whatever. Whoever would study that kind of thing. Continue exploring. And now we'll see if we can see any of the American East Coast yet. And we can declare war on Sligo. Of course, the Scots are going to be in this as well. So, we have a permanent claim there, but not there. We'll shift consolidate again. Have these guys go up here, stop drilling. I actually want to bring this navy up to hold these straits. Scotland's still on a siege focus. So, oh. What? I thought our truce was over in 55, March 55. Or 65. But it's 66. Never mind. We actually have positive manpower right now. Current army professionalism is almost at 20. And once I get these guys back together, it's going to be almost time to go and send them out again. Some extra colonial range would be not too bad right now. We'll wait until our explorer is done and see if that enables us to reach anything. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. And in January, I will stop drilling the army and send them to where they need to be. Speaking of dealing with Irish, let's go ahead and make Irish a promoted culture. Oh, it only costs 99. Why did I think it was 200? I think I'm thinking of moving trade port or primary trade province. And now we're losing innovativeness, meaning let's take admin. Oh, nope, don't go there. Let's take mercantilism, I think. Yeah. Fine with that. And Burgundy has taken Barrois. Should probably continue to improve relations with the Pope. We do have 9 aggressive expansion all the way down in Italy. Truce with Liège has expired. Merchant shipwreck. Lose a ton of money. Truce with Scotland. Sligo and the Isles has ended. Okay, so declare war on Sligo. Offaly is allied with Denmark and Brittany. Don't want to fight either of them. I can co-belligerent the Isles, though. Without any repercussions. And I want Scotland to siege everything. Again, this is going to be just like the last war, with Scotland doing all of the long and boring work. Of course, they might actually... Oh! We didn't get there first. Okay. I get to take of attrition, they get to take of morale, so it doesn't finish right away. And we can explore the Caribbean Sea now. Wait, Siena is a free city? Did I see that right? Yes, they are. Hey, Scotland. I changed my mind. Go be defensive? There we go. Now be siege focused. And now the clergy is, I mean, they're still disloyal as hell. I could ask, oh well, that's 20 loyalty from the burghers if I ask them for Diplo support. 6 years before I can request that again, grant monopoly charters again though. Alright, now we just let the Scots siege slowly. And we don't really need to do anything with this army, so let's just keep drilling them. Oh, I forgot. I didn't tell Scotland to siege. Yes, I did. They're under orders to siege everything. Austria's embraced the Renaissance. Good, that means it's spreading. 91.97 Calais. So they'll embrace it by the end of, probably by the halfway point of next year. Austria is no longer the emperor. Hesse is. And of course Scotland's Scotland's general doesn't have any kind of siege score, so it just takes as long as it normally would. Still can only build a road. Alright, who should my next target be after Ireland's done? We'll do English. Conquer Scotland. Oh, okay. Once the Isles are conquered, we're good. Conquer Ireland is almost done. Maritime Empire. More than total 40 ports. More than 40 total ports. War of the Roses is done. Control state religion. Discover the Americas. We're working on it. Discover any province in the colonial Eastern America colonial region. Or, oh, and we need to also discover the Caribbean, apparently. And then for the next 15 years, settler chance plus 20%. Wait. Why can't we... Why can't we do Caribbean coast exploration? It looks like we can reach it. I don't know. Embargoes. We are not embargoing Burgundy. Why are we not embargoing Burgundy? Scotland has a claim on Orkney. And we can get an Age of Discovery ability. Higher developed colonies, adaptive combat terrain. Improved war taxes, transfer subject. Farmlands in London. I think everything over here is woods. Justified wars looks good to me. But higher developed colonies, I don't think this will help us a lot, but it is probably the longest lasting in terms of benefit. The Reformation isn't really anywhere near firing, so we've still got a while on the Age of Discovery, I think. Unrest-wise, just Ulsterian Separatists into the Scottish, in Scottish Ireland. Offaly is taken. Okay, Scotland, don't be dumb. Just pick one and go to it. Okay. And the Isles have quite a lot of attrition for us. And our explorer's already dead. Really? I don't really need an explorer right now, at least until our colony finishes. I think. Have them all protect trade for the time being. Extra 10 colonists a year, or yeah, would be nice. Or settlers. Alright, so this war goes very slowly, but we aren't burning a lot of manpower doing it, I think. We are losing quite a few men from attrition in the Isles, but I don't think that's a huge problem. For now, I'm going to end the episode, and we'll hope that in the next one we can end this war, finish a colony, and maybe think about how we're going to deal with the trade league wars. I don't think it'll be that difficult. We just hunker down and keep people off of our land in... I forgot to cancel the military access to Burgundy, didn't I? All the diplomatic points that were just wasted. Anyway. Yeah. We'll have to deal with probably a couple of different trade leagues, even though, again, I think if we hunker down on our island and keep them off of our continental stuff, we should be able to just wear down the war enthusiasm of the two Irish miners.